Welcome to the NMCRL Web, the #1 catalog for sourcing defense items, and to our series of videos to help you get started. Thank you for using the NMCRL Web, and by that, supporting NATO and its allies' armed forces. In this video, we are going to deep dive into the user management module. As a master administrator, you will get to learn how to create a user, remove a user, modify an existing user, or request an update on your subscription that requires any further modifications. To create a user, you will need to access to the user management application. You can access it from the NCS application homepage. Keep in mind that you must be connected as a master administrator and with your master administrator logins in order to access to this application. A regular login or a generic login starting with NP will not allow you to access to this application. Click on Access UM. You will arrive in the User Management Central. The User Management Central welcomes you with a simple screen listing all the users associated with your subscription, the division that they work in, their email and phone number, the applications that they have access to, as well as who created or modified their access and when. You have the possibility to save your configuration if you have a lot of users, or to download the list. You may quickly view the user profile, reset their password, revoke their access, or duplicate them to fast-track the creation of a new user, for instance. Creating a user is a 3-step process. Step 1 is to create the user profile. At the bottom of the main screen of the User Management module, click on Create User. The Central takes you to a form where you can input your new user information. All the fields with a red left border are mandatory. Fill in the name and surname as well as the title. Fill in the email address and the phone number. Note that the format of the phone number must be numbers only. You will have to decide whether you want that user to be on the email delivery list of alerts for NMCRL applications. We do recommend selecting yes. Select a password for your user and decide if they will have to change it when they first log in. In the case of this tutorial, we will select no. However, we strongly suggest that you give your user the opportunity to have their own password that only they know. If you do not select that option, they will still be able to change their password on their own. To finalize this step, click on Create User. You will then be taken to the confirmation screen. As you can see, your newly created user has no access to NMCRL yet. To fix this, we're going to move to Step 2 to the Authorizations tab. Click on the Authorization tab. Click on Modify so that you can edit the fields. Select the access rights you will give to your user. In our case, we are subscribing them to NMCRL Web as a user. Please note that there can only be one master administrator per subscription. Even if you select this option as the master administrator, it will not work. The only way to change a master administrator is by requesting a change in your subscription to the NMCRL subscription desk. This step is described at the end of this very video. If you'd like to give to your users full access to the NSN Maintenance Online tool, go ahead and do so. But know that only the master administrator can select the administrator version of this tool. When you're done, click on Save. This is the end of Step 2. Your newly created user has the authorization to access to NMCRL. This is something you can check by going back to the Profile tab. However, we have one third and final step to perform in order for the users to be able to access to NMCRL Web, and this is the one that requires attaching the user to your actual subscription. This step is done in the application NSMS. NSMS can be accessed from your NCS applications homepage. Go ahead and click on NSMS. All your subscriptions will be displayed. Head to the subscription you want to link your user to and click on Details. Then, click on Manage Users, and you will be able to display the list of available users. Your newly created user is listed here. Click on Attach next to their name to link them to this particular subscription and finalize the procedure. This user should now be able to connect smoothly. Note that it could happen that your newly created user does not appear immediately in the list, and this is perfectly normal. Give a few minutes to the server to acknowledge this new user and try again later. Remember that as a master administrator, you have to communicate the new login as well as the password to your new user. You can create as many user accounts as you want, but your license sets the maximum amount of simultaneous connections. To remove a user, head out to the NSMS application from the NCS application homepage. Head to the subscription you want to unlink your user from and click on Details. Then click on Manage User to display the list of users. Click on Detach, and your user is no longer attached to the subscription and no longer has access. If you would like to link them to another subscription of yours, please follow the step 3 described in the section related to creating a new user. If you would like to completely remove your user from the list of available users, should this person leave your company, for instance, head over to the User Management module, accessible from the NCS application homepage. On the row of the user that you would like to remove, simply click on the red button, Deactivate User, or select the user and click below Deactivate User. Your user is now deactivated. To modify an existing user, you need to access to the User Management application from the NCS homepage. You can reset their password very easily by clicking on the Key button. Input and confirm the new password and click on Yes. If you would like to modify their emails, phone, or access rights, head over to the Details button or click on their name. On the following screen, click on Modify. Here, you may modify everything except for their first name and last name, as it is the basis for their login. Click on Save once you're done. Should you want to modify their access rights, head over to the Authorization tab and click on Modify. Proceed to adjust their access rights, and once you're done, click on Save. As you could see, as a master administrator, there is a lot that you can do to update the information of your users, but that excludes their login, your company contact, or adding a new NMCRL product, for instance. For these changes that are more elaborated, you will need to reach out to the subscription management team here in NSPA. For that, go to the NSMS application. In NSMS, on your subscription management page, you will notice the request procedure is mentioned on the right side. Click on Request Update. You will have to fill up a short form. This form is only for subscription changes. In case of technical problems, please reach out to our support page. Start by selecting the priority. Give us the motive of the change, and please give us as much information as you can, such as the usernames in the case of a change of master administrator. The more information we have, the faster we can implement this change. Once you're done, click on Submit Request. Your request will be received by the NMCRL subscription management team, and you will receive a confirmation email right after to confirm the procedure. So that covers the user management chapter. Thank you for using the NMCRL and codification services. We will see you in the next videos.